Maya was tired. After working for almost 10 hours at the small bakery in her town, she was ready to go home. The bakery was her only job, and it helped her pay the bills and support her little brother. The work was hard, but Maya always smiled and greeted customers with kindness. That was her way to keep her spirit strong. It was a late afternoon in early autumn. The air was cool, and the trees had started to change colors. Orange, red, and yellow leaves floated gently down the street. Maya loved this time of year. It made her feel calm and hopeful, even when life was difficult. As she walked home, she passed the park where children usually played after school. But today, the park was quiet. The swings moved slowly in the soft wind. Maya looked around and enjoyed the peaceful moment. She thought about her little brother, Sam, and how he was probably waiting for her at home, ready for dinner. Suddenly, something on the ground caught her eye. A small black wallet lay near the bench. It looked old but well kept. Maya stopped and bent down to pick it up. The wallet was closed, but she could feel that it was full inside. Her heart beat faster. What if someone was very worried because they lost this wallet? Maya knew how hard it was to lose money or important cards. She remembered the time she lost her own wallet once. She had felt scared and sad for days. Maya opened the wallet carefully. Inside, she found a few bills of money, some cards, and a small photo. She took out the driver's license to see the name. It said, Alex Miller. The photo showed a young man with kind eyes and a gentle smile. He looked like someone who cared about others. Maya looked at the money in the wallet. There wasn't much, just some bills, maybe enough for a few meals. She thought for a moment. Some people might have taken the money and left the wallet on purpose. But Maya wasn't like that. She was honest and wanted to do the right thing. I will find Alex and give this back to him, she whispered to herself. Maya checked the wallet again. There was a phone number written on a small card inside. She took out her own phone and saved the number. Then she decided to call. The phone rang a few times before a calm voice answered. Hello. Maya took a deep breath. Hi, my name is Maya. I found a wallet with your name on it, Alex. I want to return it to you. There was a pause on the other side. Then Alex said, Thank you so much. I was so worried. I lost it this afternoon. Where are you now? Maya told him she was near the park. Alex said he would come right away. Maya waited by the bench. She looked at the wallet again and thought about how lucky she was to have found it. She thought about how hard life was sometimes, and how little kindness could make a big difference. After a few minutes, a young man appeared from the path. He looked exactly like the photo in the wallet. His hair was slightly messy, and he wore simple clothes, but his eyes were warm and thankful. Are you Alex? Maya asked. Yes, he smiled. Thank you for calling me. I was so worried about losing this. It had some important things. Maya handed him the wallet. I'm happy to return it. I didn't take any money. Alex looked surprised. Really? Thank you. Most people wouldn't do that. Maya smiled shyly. I believe everyone should do what is right. Alex's smile grew wider. You are a very kind person, Maya. I want to thank you properly. Can I buy you a coffee or something? Maya shook her head. No, that's okay. I just want to help. But Alex insisted, please. It's the least I can do. They walked together to a small cafe nearby. As they sat down with warm drinks, Alex told Maya a little about himself. He didn't talk much about money or success but spoke kindly about his family and friends. Maya listened carefully, feeling a quiet connection growing between them. For the first time in a long time, Maya felt hope. She thought that maybe, even in a world full of challenges, kindness could bring people together. She smiled, knowing that returning the lost wallet was just the beginning of something new. After the warm coffee, Maya and Alex felt comfortable sitting together in the small cafe. The place was quiet, with soft music playing in the background. Outside, the leaves continued to fall, but inside, the air was filled with a gentle calm. Alex looked at Maya with gratitude. "I don't know how to thank you enough," he said softly. "It means a lot to me that you returned my wallet." "You didn't have to." Maya smiled, her hands wrapped around her cup. "I know. But I wanted to. I think it's important to be honest. Even when it's hard." Alex nodded. "You are right. I don't meet many people like you." Maya felt a small warmth inside. It was nice to hear that someone appreciated her kindness. Life had been difficult lately, and sometimes she felt invisible. But now, sitting across from Alex, she felt seen. "So, what do you do, Alex?" Maya asked, curious but careful. Alex paused, then said, "I work in a company. My family owns the business, but I try to do my part. I'm still learning." Maya listened closely. She didn't want to ask too many questions about money or success. That was not important to her. She wanted to know the real person behind the wallet. Alex smiled and added, "I like to help people, too. But sometimes, I forget how simple kindness can be." Maya nodded. "Sometimes, life gets busy, and we forget the small things." They talked about their dreams, their struggles, and their hopes for the future. Maya shared how she wanted to finish school one day and open a little bakery of her own. Alex listened carefully and encouraged her. "You have a big heart, Maya. I believe you will make your dreams come true." Maya felt her cheeks warm. No one had said that to her before. She looked down at her hands, feeling shy but happy. Outside, the sun was setting, and the sky turned pink and orange. It was getting colder, and the cafe was closing soon. "I should get going," Maya said softly. "Thank you for the coffee." Alex stood up with her. "Wait. Can I help you with something? Maybe walk you home?" Maya hesitated. It was not usual for her to accept help from strangers. But something about Alex felt safe. "Okay," she said. They walked slowly along the quiet streets. Maya told Alex about her little brother Sam and how she took care of him after school. Alex smiled warmly. "It sounds like you have a big responsibility. But you do it with love." Maya nodded. "Sometimes it's hard, but I try my best." They reached Maya's small apartment building. She stopped and turned to Alex. "Thank you for walking me. It was nice talking with you." Alex smiled. "Me too. Maybe we can meet again sometime." Maya smiled back, a small spark of hope in her heart. "I'd like that." As Alex walked away, Maya watched him disappear into the evening. She felt a strange happiness. The world did not seem so lonely anymore. The next day, Maya woke up early. She had work at the bakery again. But today, she felt different. The kindness she had shown and received gave her new strength. Even the small things could change someone's day. At the bakery, Maya worked hard, kneading dough and serving customers. But her mind kept going back to Alex and their talk. She wondered if he really believed in her dreams. During her lunch break, Maya sat on a bench outside the bakery. She pulled out a small notebook where she wrote ideas for her future bakery. She dreamed of making delicious bread and cakes that would make people smile. Just then, her phone buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. "Hi Maya, this is Alex. I hope you don't mind me texting you. I wanted to say thank you again for your kindness. If you ever need help or advice, I'm here. And if you want, maybe we can meet again soon." Maya smiled. The message made her feel special. She quickly replied, "Thank you, Alex. I would like that." The days passed, and Maya and Alex began to talk more. Sometimes, they met for coffee or a walk in the park. They shared stories about their lives, their dreams, and their fears. Maya learned that Alex was not just rich. He was kind and caring, and he wanted to use his success to help others. Alex admired Maya's strength and determination. One afternoon, as they sat together under a big tree in the park, Alex said, "Maya, I want to help you with your bakery dream. Maybe I can give you some advice or even introduce you to some people who can help." Maya felt a mix of surprise and hesitation. "That's very kind, Alex. But I don't want to take money or favors." Alex shook his head. "It's not about money. It's about supporting each other. We all need help sometimes." Maya looked into Alex's eyes and saw the honesty there. Maybe this was a chance to change her life for the better. "I would like that," she said quietly. From that day on, their friendship grew stronger. Maya felt hopeful and inspired. She realized that kindness and trust could open new doors. And all this started because Maya found a lost wallet and chose to return it, without taking a single penny. The days grew shorter as autumn slowly gave way to winter, but Maya's heart felt warmer than ever. Since meeting Alex, her world had quietly begun to change. The kindness they shared had blossomed into a genuine friendship, built on trust and hope. Maya spent her mornings working at the bakery, her hands busy kneading dough and shaping bread. But every evening, her thoughts were filled with ideas about her own little bakery, the place she dreamed of opening one day. She imagined the smell of fresh bread, the sight of smiling customers, and the feeling of pride when her bakery finally opened its doors. One evening, after a day full of work and worry, Maya met Alex at the park bench where they often sat together. The wind was cold, and the trees stood bare, but the warmth between them was stronger than the chill. Alex smiled and pulled out a small notebook from his coat pocket. "I've been working on some ideas for your bakery," he said excitedly. "I talked to some friends who know about business, and they're willing to help." Maya blinked, surprised but grateful. "Thank you, Alex. I don't know what to say." "You don't have to say anything," Alex replied. "I believe in you, Maya. You have the talent and the heart. You just need a little support." Maya looked down at her hands. For the first time, she began to believe that her dream might really come true. The road ahead was still long and hard, but she didn't have to walk it alone. Over the next few weeks, Alex introduced Maya to people who could help her. There was Mr. Green, a friendly man who owned a small shop downtown and knew about running a business. He agreed to give Maya some advice on how to start a bakery and manage money. Then, there was Mrs. Patel, a kind woman who worked with young entrepreneurs and helped them find resources. She listened carefully to Maya's story and promised to support her with information about loans and permits. Maya was amazed at how many people were willing to help once they knew her dream. She felt hopeful and excited, but also nervous. The thought of starting something new was scary. One afternoon, Maya sat in the bakery's small break room, writing a list of everything she needed to do. She looked at her list and sighed. "This is so much work," she said quietly to herself. Just then, her phone buzzed with a message from Alex. "Remember, every big dream starts with small steps. You're not alone." Maya smiled. Those words felt like a warm hug. She put down her list and took a deep breath. "Okay, I can do this." That evening, Maya went home and told her little brother, Sam, about her plans. Sam's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Maya, you're going to have your own bakery. Can I help? I want to make cookies." Maya laughed softly. "Of course, Sam. We will do it together." For the first time in a long time, Maya felt a strong sense of purpose. Her family, her friends, and even strangers believed in her. And most importantly, she believed in herself. One chilly Saturday morning, Maya and Alex met at the town's community center for a small event about starting businesses. Maya was nervous, but Alex held her hand gently. "You're going to do great," he whispered. At the event, Maya listened carefully to the speakers and wrote down notes. She met other people with dreams like hers, people who faced challenges but didn't give up. After the event, Mr. Green invited Maya to visit his shop. He showed her how he kept his records and explained simple ways to manage money. Maya asked many questions, and Mr. Green was patient and kind. "This is all new to me," Maya admitted. "But I want to learn." "That's the most important thing," Mr. Green said. "Never stop learning." Maya thanked him, feeling more confident than ever. Back at home, Maya's days became busier. She worked at the bakery, studied business ideas, and helped Sam with his schoolwork. Sometimes, she felt tired, but she never gave up. One evening, as she sat writing in her notebook, she thought about how much had changed since she found that lost wallet. If she hadn't returned it, she might never have met Alex or received all this support. Her phone rang. It was Alex. "Hey, Maya. I have some news. My family agreed to help you with a small loan to start your bakery." Maya's heart beat fast. "Are you serious? That's amazing, Alex. But I don't want to owe anyone." Alex laughed gently. "It's not about owing. It's about believing in your dreams. We'll make a plan that works for you." Maya felt tears of joy fill her eyes. "Thank you, Alex. You've changed my life." "No, Maya. You changed your own life. I just helped a little." That night, Maya sat by her window, looking at the stars. She thought about her journey, the lost wallet, the chance meeting, and now the future ahead. Her dream was no longer just a wish. It was becoming real. She smiled and whispered to herself, "I can do this." The air had turned colder, and winter was fast approaching. Maya's small apartment was warm, thanks to a little heater and the soft light of a single lamp on her wooden desk. She sat there, her notebook open in front of her, filled with ideas, plans, and sketches for her bakery. It had been months since she first found Alex's lost wallet. Since then, everything in her life had started to change. She was no longer just a girl who worked at a bakery to make ends meet. She was a dreamer, a planner, and soon, she hoped, a business owner. Today was special. Maya had saved enough money to pay the first fee to rent a small shop downtown. It was not big, but it was hers, a place where she could bake and sell bread and cakes, a place where she could build her dream. Maya felt a mix of excitement and fear. What if she failed? What if the bakery didn't bring enough customers? These thoughts crowded her mind. But then, she remembered Alex's words. Every big dream starts with small steps. With a deep breath, Maya closed her notebook and stood up. She wrapped her scarf around her neck and put on her coat. It was time to take the first real step. The small shop was empty, dusty from months of no use. Maya pushed the door open and stepped inside. The air smelled faintly of old wood and paint. She walked around slowly, imagining the counters, the ovens, and the display cases filled with warm bread. "I can do this," she whispered. As she looked out the window, she saw the busy street outside. People walked quickly, heads down, thinking about their own lives. Maya hoped that soon, they would stop by her bakery and smile. The next days were filled with hard work. Maya spent every free moment cleaning the shop, fixing broken shelves, and painting the walls a soft cream color. Sometimes, she felt tired to the bone. Her hands ached from scrubbing, and her feet hurt from standing for hours. But she didn't give up. Alex helped her when he could. He brought old kitchen tools, borrowed ovens, and even helped paint the walls one cold afternoon. They worked side by side, sharing stories and laughter. One day, as they painted the final wall, Alex said, "Maya, you have so much strength. I am proud of you." Maya smiled shyly. "I couldn't do this without you, Alex." Alex shook his head. "No, Maya. You are the one doing all the work. I'm just here to support you." Maya's little brother, Sam, was her biggest fan. He came to the shop every day after school, eager to see the progress. He helped by sweeping the floor and tasting every new recipe Maya tried. "You're going to be the best baker ever," Sam said one afternoon, crumbs on his cheeks. Maya laughed. "Thank you, Sam. Your help means a lot." Their bond grew stronger as they worked together. Maya felt grateful for Sam's support, and she promised herself she would make their lives better. One evening, after a long day, Maya sat at the small kitchen table in her apartment. She looked at her savings book and the list of expenses. The numbers were close, but she had enough to buy the ingredients she needed for her first baking day. It was a small start, but it was real. The next morning, Maya woke up early. She felt nervous but excited. She packed her bag with flour, sugar, eggs, and butter. Her heart raced as she stepped into the shop. As she mixed the dough and placed it in the oven, Maya thought about everything she had been through: the hard work, the late nights, and the people who had helped her. When the smell of fresh bread filled the room, Maya smiled. She knew this was only the beginning. That afternoon, Maya put a small sign outside the shop: "Fresh bread and cakes, opening soon." It was simple, but it felt like a promise. She hoped people would come. At first, the shop was quiet. Few people noticed the small sign. Maya watched from the window, her heart hoping for a customer. Then, a woman walking by stopped. She looked inside and smiled. "Fresh bread? I love that." Maya opened the door and greeted her. The woman bought a small loaf of bread and a cupcake. "Delicious," she said with a smile. "I will come back." Maya felt her heart swell. One customer was a start. Word slowly spread about the new bakery in town. More people came, curious to try Maya's bread. Some came back, bringing friends. Maya's dream was beginning to grow. One chilly morning, Alex stopped by the shop with a warm drink for Maya. "You're doing amazing," he said. Maya looked around at the small crowd enjoying her bread and cakes. "I couldn't have done this without you, Alex." "Thank you." Alex smiled gently. "You had it in you all along." That night, Maya sat by her window, looking at the stars again. The journey was just beginning, but she felt ready. She whispered to herself, "This is my dream, and I will make it real." And with that promise, Maya closed her eyes, ready to face whatever came next. Maya's little bakery was growing slowly but surely. Each morning, the smell of fresh bread and sweet cakes drifted through the streets. Customers began to recognize her smile and greet her warmly. For Maya, it was a dream coming true, one step at a time. But with every new beginning, challenges also arrive. One cold winter morning, as Maya unlocked the door to her shop, she noticed a letter lying on the welcome mat. It was an official-looking envelope with the city's seal. Her heart beat faster. What could this be? Inside, Maya found a notice. The city planned to make changes to the small street where her bakery stood. They wanted to build a new road that would cut right through the block. This meant her shop might have to close or move. Maya's hands trembled as she read the letter again. Her dream, her hard work, might be in danger. She sat down on the cold floor, feeling overwhelmed. Tears filled her eyes. How could this happen now? Just when everything was starting to get better. That day, Maya didn't know what to do. She thought about giving up. Maybe the dream was too big for her. But then, her phone rang. It was Alex. "Hi Maya," his voice was gentle. "I heard about the letter. Don't lose hope. We can find a way." Maya took a deep breath. "I don't know, Alex. What if I lose everything?" Alex's voice was steady. "You won't. You're stronger than you think. Let's meet and talk." Maya met Alex at the cafe where they first shared coffee. She felt sad but also grateful that he was there for her. "I don't want to lose the bakery," Maya said quietly. "I work so hard." Alex nodded. "I know. And we will try to save it." Together, they made a plan. Alex promised to help Maya talk to the city officials and find a solution. They decided to ask the neighbors and other shop owners to support them too. Maya felt a small hope growing inside her again. Over the next days, Maya and Alex went door to door, talking with people on the street. Many understood Maya's worry. Some shared their own fears about losing their homes or shops. The community came together. They signed a petition to ask the city to reconsider the road plans. Maya was surprised by how many people cared. One afternoon, Maya stood in front of a small group gathered in the park. Her voice was shaky but strong. "This bakery is not just my dream," she said. "It belongs to all of us. It is a place where we meet, share smiles, and feel at home. Please, help us keep it safe." The crowd nodded and cheered softly. Maya felt tears in her eyes, but this time they were tears of hope. Alex worked behind the scenes. He used his family's connections to arrange a meeting with the city council. Maya was nervous but ready. At the meeting, Maya spoke with honesty. She told the story of her bakery, her dreams, and the community's support. She asked for time and help to find another solution. The council listened carefully. After much discussion, they agreed to delay the construction and study other options that would protect the small businesses. Maya breathed deeply. It was not a complete victory yet, but it was a start. Back at the bakery, Maya felt tired but happy. The support of the community and Alex's help reminded her that she was not alone. Sam ran into the shop, holding a drawing he made at school. It was a picture of Maya's bakery, with bright colors and smiling people. "Look, Maya. This is our bakery, safe and happy," he said proudly. Maya hugged him tightly. "Thank you, Sam. Together, we can keep it that way." Days passed, and the bakery kept its doors open. Maya worked hard, baking bread, making cakes, and welcoming every customer with a smile. She learned that dreams are not only about success but also about facing challenges with courage. One evening, as Maya and Alex walked through the quiet streets, Alex said, "You're an inspiration, Maya. You never gave up." Maya smiled. "I had help. But most of all, I had hope." Alex nodded. "And hope is the most powerful thing." That night, Maya sat by her window again, looking at the stars. She thought about the letter, the meetings, and the kindness of her neighbors. Her dream was still alive. And she knew, no matter what happened next, she would fight for it with all her heart. Winter slowly passed, and the first signs of spring appeared. The trees started to bloom, and the cold air softened. Maya's bakery had survived the hardest test so far. The city council's decision had given her time and hope, but she knew the future was still uncertain. One bright morning, Maya was working in the bakery, kneading dough for fresh bread. The shop was quiet, with only a few customers enjoying warm pastries. Suddenly, the bell above the door rang, and a man walked in. He looked around with interest and smiled kindly. "Good morning," the man said politely. "My name is Mr. Harris. I've heard about your bakery and wanted to see it myself." Maya wiped her hands on her apron and smiled. "Welcome. I'm Maya. It's nice to meet you." Mr. Harris nodded. "I run a small company that supports local businesses. I'm always looking for new places with promise. Your bakery has a great story, and I think you have a lot of potential." Maya's heart beat faster. Could this be the opportunity she had been waiting for? Mr. Harris continued, "I would like to offer you some help. Not just with money, but with advice and resources. We can work together to grow your bakery and make it a success." Maya felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. "Thank you, Mr. Harris. That sounds wonderful. But I want to make sure I don't lose what makes my bakery special." Mr. Harris smiled warmly. "I understand. The goal is to keep your bakery's heart while helping it reach more people." Over the next few weeks, Maya worked closely with Mr. Harris and his team. They helped her learn new ways to manage her business, improve marketing, and connect with more customers. Maya was amazed by how much she was learning. Alex also supported her every step of the way. He was proud to see Maya's bakery grow stronger. One afternoon, as Maya and Alex packed boxes of fresh bread for delivery, Alex said, "This is amazing, Maya. Your bakery is becoming more than just a dream." Maya smiled, feeling a quiet pride. "It's hard work, but it's worth it." With the help of Mr. Harris, Maya's bakery began to attract more visitors from around the town. People came not only for the bread but also for the warm atmosphere and Maya's friendly smile. One day, a local newspaper sent a reporter to interview Maya. The article told the story of her kindness, her struggle, and her dream. It inspired many people in the community. Maya was shy about the attention, but she was glad to share her story. She hoped it would encourage others to follow their dreams too. As spring deepened, Maya's bakery became a gathering place for many. Children came with their parents after school. Elderly neighbors stopped by for tea and conversation. The small shop was full of life and warmth. Maya watched as her dream grew from a small idea into something bigger than she had imagined. But she never forgot the people who helped her: the neighbors, Alex, Mr. Harris, and most of all, her little brother Sam. One evening, Maya baked a special cake for Sam's birthday. She decorated it with bright colors and candles. "Happy birthday, Sam," Maya said softly. "Thank you for always believing in me." Sam smiled and hugged her tightly. "You're the best sister." Despite the joy and success, Maya stayed humble and hard-working. She knew challenges could come again, but she felt stronger now. She had learned that dreams grow with patience, courage, and kindness. One day, as Maya closed the bakery for the evening, Alex came to the door with a small box. "I have a surprise for you," he said, smiling. Maya opened the box and found a simple bracelet with a small charm shaped like a loaf of bread. "It's a symbol of your journey," Alex explained. "Every time you see it, remember how far you've come." Maya felt tears in her eyes. The bracelet was more than a gift. It was a reminder of hope, friendship, and the power of kindness. That night, Maya sat by her window, looking at the stars. The world outside was quiet, but her heart was full of dreams and gratitude. She whispered, "Thank you, everyone, for believing in me." And with that, she closed her eyes, ready for whatever the future held. The days grew longer, and the sun shone brightly over the small town where Maya lived. Her bakery was no longer just a small shop on a quiet street, it had become a beloved part of the community. People came from near and far to taste her bread and cakes, to sit and talk, and to feel the warmth that Maya created with her kindness and hard work. Maya stood behind the counter one busy morning, smiling as she handed a fresh loaf of bread to an elderly woman who had become a regular customer. She felt a deep happiness that was different from anything she had ever known. This was more than a business, it was a place where dreams were made real. The journey had not been easy. Maya remembered the long nights, the moments of doubt, and the letter from the city that almost took everything away. But those challenges had made her stronger. They had taught her the value of hope, courage, and community. Alex stood nearby, helping with deliveries and making sure everything ran smoothly. The two of them had grown close, their friendship built on trust and kindness. Maya often thought about how their chance meeting had changed both of their lives forever. One afternoon, as the bakery buzzed with customers, Alex approached Maya with a small envelope. "I have something for you," he said with a smile. Maya took the envelope and opened it carefully. Inside was an invitation to a special event, a celebration for small businesses in the city. The invitation included a note from the mayor, recognizing Maya's bakery as an example of hard work and community spirit. Maya's eyes filled with tears. She looked at Alex and said, "I never imagined this. It's more than I ever hoped for." Alex nodded. "You earned it, Maya. Your dream has touched many lives." The celebration day arrived, and Maya dressed carefully in a simple but elegant dress. She felt nervous but proud as she entered the grand hall filled with people from all over the city. The mayor spoke about courage, kindness, and the power of dreams. When it was Maya's turn, she walked to the stage, her heart pounding. Standing before the crowd, Maya spoke with honesty and warmth. "This bakery is not just mine. It belongs to everyone who believed in me, who helped me, and who shared their kindness. Dreams can come true when we don't give up and when we help each other." The room filled with applause. Maya smiled, knowing that this moment was not the end but a new beginning. Back in her bakery, life continued with its simple joys and daily work. Maya still woke up early to bake fresh bread, still welcomed every customer with a smile, and still dreamed of new recipes and ideas. One day, a young girl came into the bakery with her mother. She looked at the shelves filled with bread and cakes and then stared shyly at Maya. "Are you the baker?" the girl asked softly. "Yes, I am," Maya replied gently. "Would you like to try something?" The girl nodded, and Maya handed her a small cupcake. The girl's face lit up with joy as she took a bite. "You made this," the girl whispered. Maya smiled. "Yes, I did. And you can follow your dreams too." Maya's story became a quiet inspiration to many. People talked about the girl who returned a lost wallet without taking a penny, who believed in kindness, and who never gave up on her dream. But for Maya, the greatest reward was simple: the happiness she saw every day in the faces of her customers, the laughter of her brother Sam, and the support of friends like Alex. One evening, as the sun set, Maya stood outside her bakery, looking at the small shop bathed in golden light. She held the bracelet Alex had given her, the one with the little bread charm. It reminded her of the long journey, the struggles, and the hope that never died. Maya whispered softly, "This is just the beginning." Life would bring more challenges, but Maya was ready. She had learned that with kindness, courage, and a heart full of dreams, anything was possible. Her bakery was more than a place to sell bread. It was a symbol of hope, a place where dreams took flight, and a reminder that the smallest acts of kindness could change lives forever. Maya smiled as she stepped inside her bakery, ready to bake the next batch of bread, ready to welcome the next customer, and ready to keep dreaming.